There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your instructor, Pierre Huey, aka Mr. P. The P is for patience. All right. Got some people getting ready to take their test, getting ready to pass that mug, all that good stuff. They coming back with the L's for licenses. I gotta make sure y'all catching my sound effects. All right. Okay. So today is Wednesday, hump day. This is back to school week. It's going down after today from Thursday through Sunday. Most of the districts near me, they're getting ready for school. We got a few that got ready for school this week. Well, they started school this week, but we got more. Most of the bulk of the districts around here, they're getting ready for school next Monday. So guess what happens going forward? It is going to be a lot of hair cutting, including myself. I will be cutting too at my school, All Even Barber School, which is 197 Spartanburg Highway in Lyman, South Carolina, 29365. If y'all need me, go ahead and hit me up, give me a text message, direct message, any type of message. You can find me at Pierre Huey, PIERREHOUEY, on all social media platforms, especially TikTok, which is my most viral one right now, organically. I like it. Anybody that's joining me on TikTok, thank you, welcome. I am getting into public study for today, which is 8/9/23, okay? As I like to do, I go over the CIB. CIB stands for the Candidate Information Bulletin. We go over the 4 modules that they break down. If you don't know, the Candidate Information Bulletin stands for, the CIB stands for Candidate Information Bulletin. What do we do with the CIB? They tell you what they're looking for the Barber Theory exam. Why am I always talking about the Barber Theory exam? Because it is the most failed in South Carolina at 77%. What I am here for to try to get that to come down. Okay. So one of the things that I do daily study. Monday through Thursday, we break down the 4 modules. Friday, we do the full court press. What is the full court press? We go through one fact from each of the relevant chapters, and then we just go through all of the general information from everything you can expect from the book as far as, hey, they're looking for something within this section. We don't go into we don't go into very specific detailed information. That is my paid class, which is Past Barber Theory. Now, what does that entail? It has everything dealing with high percentage questions. I have interviews, pre-interviews with the test, private study. I have post interviews with the test where we talk about the test, what they've been looking for, and we identify very, very specific things that they look for on the test. And we do a little bit of reverse engineering. Now, that's for my paid class. Public study, though, we go through everything in general, okay? So today, being Wednesday, this is Facial Hair and Skincare Services Day. I got the clock set at 15 minutes because everybody stops paying attention after 15 minutes, really after about 12. But hey, that's another story for another day, okay? Part 4. Facial Hair Skincare Services has 4 points of contact. A, client consultation, analysis, documentation for facial hair skincare services. B, apply knowledge of draping for facial hair and skincare services. C, applying knowledge of principles, procedures, and safety for facial hair and skincare services. And D, apply knowledge of purpose and types of electrotherapy and light therapy. What we are talking about today, very specifically, is Part C, applying knowledge of principles, procedures, and safety for facial hair and skincare services. And we are going directly into 4 points of contact within Part C, which is completing a shaved surface with required strokes. Okay, let's go. Miss Jazzy, what's happening? Jazzy Mo is in the motherfucking building, y'all. Listen, if y'all have not followed Miss Jazzy Mo, go follow Miss Jazzy Mo. She just joined my live. Welcome to the live on TikTok. Make sure y'all go follow. Listen, I love all my folks on my live that all my friends on my TikTok that jump on my live. Please go follow them. They got the best lives. They actually interact with everybody. They actually respond to people. They actually are really cool. And a bunch of my female folks, they fine as hell. I'm just saying. Y'all say it out loud, y'all. Anyway, I meant it out loud. All right, so we're going to start with hair growth considerations. You will need to analyze the direction and pattern of hair growth before beginning to shave to identify whether grain changes occur and to observe growth patterns that may influence the procedure. Have y'all noticed this keeps popping up? Just stop by to say hi. Thank you. Have y'all noticed this particular practice it keeps popping up no matter what you do, whether you're doing a shave service, whether you're doing a haircut, whether you're doing hair styling, doing lock patterns, any of that stuff, looking at the hair, doing an analysis, gathering information about what you're dealing with before you jump into your service. I cannot stress that enough, okay? Same applies for shaving. Matter of fact, when you take your practical and it's the shaving portion, you want to make sure that you show your proctors. The proctors are the people that's watching you do the service when you're doing your practical. You want to make sure that they see you doing all of this analyzing before every service that you do, okay? All right. As hair emerges from the skin surface, it flows in a certain direction. This direction of hair growth creates the grain of the hair. A grain change occurs when hair growing in one direction meets hair that is growing in a different or in opposite direction. Hair growth patterns are visible indicators of the direction of the hair as it emerges from the skin surface. Growth patterns determine hairline shapes and whether the hair lies down as it emerges from the skin or results in a whorl, a cowlick, or a other growth feature. The direction of the hair determines the razor positions and the strokes that need to be used to shave with the grain of the hair during the service. That's a big one. Going with the grain. Usually when you do a shave, you go with the grain first. And the reason being, you're trying to cut down on what we call razor bumps, but the scientific name is pseudofolliculitis, but it's the same thing, okay? While men's facial hair usually grows in the same direction in each of the 14 shaving areas, there are 14 shaving areas, there are always exceptions. Occasionally, a section of the beard or neck hair will grow in a whorl pattern and may require the barber to use a different razor stroke than the stroke generally used in that particular shaving area. This is a perfectly acceptable practice when the growth pattern warrants the use of a different razor position or a stroke. Let me tell you something, that happens a lot more than just every once in a while. That's damn near every other client that comes in, they got different growth patterns on their face that you got to respect when you're doing a shave, okay? It tends to be easier to deal with when you're dealing with the scalp because a lot of times you have larger areas where the grain of hair tends to go in the same direction. That's easier to deal with. When you're dealing with the face, though, you really have to make sure that you are checking for growth patterns and differences in growth patterns and respect that, because you got to go with the grain first before you go against the grain, because you're trying to cut down on pseudofolliculitis, aka razor bumps, like we originally talked about. Okay. Let's see. 14 shaving areas of the face to be shaved during the first time over, which we was just talking about. These areas are shaved systematically and sequentially from one section to another using a certain razor position to shave with the grain in each area. And we're going to go over those real quick. All right. We're already halfway through, so we're going to make this quick. You have 14 shaving areas like we talked about. Shaving area number 1 is the sideburn towards the jawbone or the angle of the mouth. This area right here. Okay. If you are a left-handed barber, it is the left sideburn. If you are a right-handed barber, it's the right sideburn, and so on for all the strokes that we're going to be talking about. Okay. The position and the stroke is the freehand stroke. The direction of the razor stroke is down. That's for shaving area number 1. Shaving area number 2, you got the angle of the mouth toward the point of the chin. Position and stroke is backhand. Direction of stroke is down. 3, from center of the upper lip to the corner of the mouth on the left side or the right side, depending on you left-handed or right-handed. Position and stroke is freehand. Direction of stroke is down. Shaving area number 4, left jawbone to grain change. Position and stroke is freehand. Direction of stroke is down. Shaving area number 5, the left side of the neck to the grain change, or the right side of the neck up to the grain change, right here, okay? Reverse freehand, and the direction of the stroke is up. Now, here's the thing about the reverse freehand. What's the difference between the freehand and reverse freehand? The freehand is happening while you're in front of your client and you are pulling the stroke down or towards you. The difference is reverse freehand, you are standing behind your client. You are applying essentially the same type of stroke. It's just your orientation is the opposite. You're behind your client and you're directing that stroke up, but it's still coming towards you. That's the difference between the freehand and the reverse freehand. Same thing with the backhand and the reverse backhand. And remember, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the likes as well. Tap the screen if you with me. Okay. All right. Number 7, you got the right side, the other sideburn, basically. Other sideburn, position stroke, backhand. The direction of the stroke is down. Number 8, angle of the mouth towards the point of chin. You got the freehand position, and the direction of the stroke is down. Number 9, from the right jawbone to the grain change, or the opposite jawbone from earlier. Okay, position of the stroke is backhand, the direction of the stroke is down. Number 10, the side of the neck to the grain change. Okay, position is reverse freehand, direction of the stroke is up. Number 11, across the chin, either from right to left or left to right, depending on your orientation. Are you left-handed barber or you right-handed barber? Position of the stroke is freehand, direction of the stroke is across. Number 12, under the chin to the grain change. Position stroke, freehand, direction of the stroke is down. 13, center of the neck to grain change. Okay, this area right here. Okay. Position and stroke. Position is reverse freehand. The direction of the stroke is up, because at the orientation, you'll be behind your client and you'll be coming up this way. Okay. And last, you got beneath the lower lip. Okay. The position and stroke is reverse freehand and the direction of the stroke is up. Now, quick word about the orientation. Your client will be in a chair and they'll be in a barber chair, to which you put them in a reclined position to do so. Okay. Typically, they're not positioned straight up to get the shave service. You put the head on a headrest and you lean the chair, meaning you put them in a reclined position. Think like a lazy boy chair or something like that, right? Where you relax and then you kick the chair out and it goes from here to like here. Okay. That's all that's about. All right. That's at 12 minutes. That was pretty simple, pretty clear cut. The biggest thing is just knowing that there are 14 shaving areas of the face. You got 4 strokes. You got the freehand, reverse freehand. You got the backhand, reverse backhand. And the thing about it is, what's the difference between the freehand and the backhand versus their reversals? Is the freehand and backhand, you're in front of your client. The reverse freehand, reverse backhand, you're behind your client. And the biggest thing is observing hair growth considerations. First time over shave, you're going with the grain, meaning you're shaving in the direction that the growth of the hair is going. The second time is against the grain, but we'll talk about that in another video. The biggest part we covered. Okay, so we talked about knowledge of principles, procedures, and safety for facial hair skincare services, as far as shave service with the required strokes. With that being said, thank you people on TikTok. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. Let me get these sound effects going again, man. Hopefully y'all hear it this time. I don't know about y'all TikTok, but on y'all let me know if y'all can hear these sound effects. When y'all go back and look at this, look at this video, let me know if you can hear the sound effects. If you can hear y'all know that's my favorite sound effect. But with that being said, quick word about 2 of my affiliates. We got
Tamara Hunter of I Am Pretty Braden Academy.
And we also have
Erica Williams of Samurai Cuts.
Okay. I'm your instructor, Pierre Huey, aka Mr. P. The P is for patience. I will see y'all soon. We're going to talk about a little bit of the practical next video. Stay tuned.